There are not many names within the world of carbon rigging and composite parts manufacture, especially when it comes to the high-end racing yachts. Pauger, however, is one of them, and one of the more exclusive brands. As it happened, I used to be in Hungary. Here at Pauger headquarters, I meet up with Balint Paulovits, son of the founder and production and sales manager at Pauger Composites. The factory is located directly between Hungary's beautiful capital Budapest and the Pannonian Ocean, the Lake Balaton. Balint agrees to take me on a full tour of their production, and buckle up. If you, like me in the first place, have thought that this may just only be a small workshop, you will get taught a lesson for sure. Pauger makes everything composite for high-end sailing yachts, from impressive IMOCA yachts to dinghies. Most of you guys may know them from their hero products, the Pauger Boom Van, but believe me, there is much more. It all starts here. Large precision CNC and cutting machines are utilized to produce the parts needed to make the rigging. These machines can make parts of up to 30 meters length. As most of their clients order specific parts, many of those are custom made, one-off if you will. These CNC milling machines rarely stand still, because in order to produce a custom composite part, it needs a mold in which it can be shaped in the first place. You can imagine the background needed to run these machines, from the engineers producing the CAD files to the specialists working with these intricate robots. In the end, a mold is produced. Time for the next production step. Balint shows me the mast production first. Pauger can manufacture masts for sailing yachts from dinghy size to big super yachts. Normally, carbon composite parts are made by bringing together carbon webbings of different fiber types, strength and weavings, cut to size by hand or by plotters like these. But this is not valid for the masts. These are produced utilizing primarily pre-preg carbon. As the pre-preg carbon already comes with just the right amount of resin, all the guys need to do is to place the mats to the right location. Following a strict layup plan, the workers have to use different types of pre-preg fiber mats for different parts of the mast. Once a rough brute has achieved the desired thickness and number of layers, the molds are closed and sealed. Then a balloon will be inserted and inflated, pressing with up to 4 atmospheres against the outer walls, hence further compressing the pre-preg layup in between. Together with temperatures between 80 and 120 degrees Celsius, the mast is baked or cured, as they prefer to call this hardening process here. In the end, a thick, robust, enduring raw mast is made. Pauger does indeed make a few products in series production. The bulk, however, is one-off special orders from a multitude of different clients. Now it's time to cut the raw parts to their exact size, sand down the grades and smoothen out their surface. Sanding, cutting, varnishing and lacquering – everything is done in-house. As much as most of the clients love their clear, glossy painted carbon designs, others like to hide the precious carbon. Therefore, a dedicated paint shop with special ventilation and paint suction has been set up at Pauger. Currently, a lightweight spinnaker boom had just been painted in bright, shiny white. The masts will be transferred to the fitting workshop, Here I can admire the beauty of all the fittings and details of Pauger's work. It's carbon, yes, but the shapes are so spotless, fluid and so nicely done, just like a Renaissance sculpture. Following the specifications of their clients, attachment points, wire-throughs or sheet tracks will be mounted thoroughly. Some of this work is done prior to painting, some after. It's all 100% handcraft. The end results are not only products for highly effective sailing with the most powerful boats, but they come also with a finishing quality that is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, look at these end caps for the mast fittings, for example. And it doesn't end at carbon. They have also a metal workshop with a complete setup of high and low-tech machinery here. If a client asks for it, they can also make an aluminum mast foot, for example, as Balint shows proudly. You think that's already awesome? Well, buckle up, because there's more. Balint saved the true highlight of my tour here at Pauger for the last, so I follow him to the biggest of their factory workshops. It nearly has the size of a regional airport's terminal. Did you know that the RC44 or 44 Cup class is a complete Pauger build? These elite high-end races are full carbon lightweight racing machines made here in Hungary. With 29 boats already produced since the inception of this Russell Kutz and Andrei Justin designs, this is hull number 30 currently in the making. These boats are awesome. 44 feet, weighing in only 3.5 tons, and that's a 13 meters long yacht force. These yachts come with many interesting features, like a demountable stern section, so that the boat can be shipped inside the standard 40 feet container. Or there is a flap integrated into the keel fin, minimizing leeway. To make the RC44, all forms of composite boat building techniques are utilized: hand layup, vacuum infusion and molds. The cleanliness and the tidiness of the whole factory is exemplary. Wow! Carbon shrouds can save up to 80% in weight compared to standard steel shrouds or rod rigging. No wonder that the go-to product for the high-end racing teams is, in fact, carbon standing rigging. I am not allowed to show the production, only the end products, but that's pretty impressive too, right? These large coils of delivery-ready carbon shrouds can be lifted with just one arm, easily. Balint shows me their next innovation. It's a fully flexible carbon shroud, developed by the team of engineers around his father, founder and brain of Pauger. Did I promise you too much? We end in the final fitting hall. There is a small boat, 8 or 9 meters, that's catching my attention. I asked Balint what this boat was all about, and he smiles, shrugs his shoulders and says, "Well, that's just another afternoon project of ours." And isn't this just so likable? Thanks, Balint, for this awesome insight, man. All that's left for me to do is to sail in one of your RC44s, I guess.